Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
How you doing? The kids have come to play today. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. With all due respect, have several seats. My girls are always turned out. I give it to you straight, no chaser.
Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. Let's shift it into high gear with hot topics. Come on. Thank you. So, thank you. So, what'd you watch on TV last night? Were you watching Dancing with the Stars? The entire audience watched, really? So I'm the only one who didn't? I forgot. Anyway, it only took Kim Zolciak 1 week to turn into a good dancer. Remember last week? Well, you know, last week Kim only got a 12, and this week she got a 19. So she's still in the game. Good for her. And she's dancing with my former dancer partner, Tony Dovolani. Tamar Braxton is a front runner. Tamar is good. She's good. She looks beautiful. She's giving face and wiggle. And she's in second place. Which by the way, I was speaking with her the other day, and we're working on schedule because she's out in LA and she's dancing. So it's not easy for her to come to New York, but I'm working on her coming to visit us and sing. Yeah. And Miss Khan was the first person to be eliminated. Well, no, not all. You know, first of all, everything is burgundy here. Or aubergine, or maroon, or whatever you want to call it. It's really beautiful. Everyone's glowing. Look, Chaka Khan is probably happy as heck to be eliminated. Because it's a lot, you know? And so she's not a great dancer. I didn't think it was right for her to do the show, respectfully, because that's my friend, Chaka. I love you, Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. But I'm a straight shooter, pow pow. And what I said to you all along is I think that Chaka Khan, as a legend, is way too good to be on some variety show on TV, you know? And, you know, I like Dancing with the Stars, but there's always a purpose for being on the show. You know, when I went on, our show was only in, this talk show, only like in our second season, and I needed more eyeballs to watch. So where do you go? You go to a show that has, please, no. No, please, no. I hate when we show that picture. But I went on for a purpose, and my purpose was I was an up-and-coming talk show host that needed more than just Jersey watching. Do you know what I mean? And so it worked. But you know, you go, like, Kim Zolciak is there because she's a reality star. And Okay. Okay. Buzz Aldrin went because he was an older man who flew to the moon, but hasn't been there in, decades. And he went, it's cute, like when older people want to, stay, young and relevant and whatnot. But Chaka Khan is not old, nor does she need Dancing with the Stars. And in our morning meeting, I was asked by my producers, well, Wendy, Dancing with the Stars is allowing Chaka to be... Oh, my gosh, I love your dress. The lady in the white dress, way over there by DJ Booth. It's you. Oh, my gosh. It's really pretty. We'll both be a mess with lipstick and foundation by the end of the show. I am not good with white at all. Anyway, so in the morning meeting, they were like, well, Wendy, this is Chaka's chance to be introduced to other people besides, Connians or Shakians or whatever you want to call, like I'm a Connian, but young people don't care about, either you care or you don't at 22 years old. They barely care about legends like Mary J. Blige. I mean, like these kids, not all of you all, so don't take offense, but a lot of you all only want Freddie Wap. And people, excuse me, Fetty, who, by the way, will be here on Thursday. I just feel like Chaka is way too legendary to be judged and scrutinized on some variety dance show. And I felt the same way with Patti LaBelle, and I feel the same way with Gladys Knight. I just, why do these older dolls do that? 19-year-olds don't care. They're very disrespectful. Not all of you. But a lot of you are very disrespectful to the older generation, so just stick with me and my set. We got your back. We got your back. So Dancing with the Stars comes on again tonight at 9 o'clock. Now, I was originally told that they would only be coming on once a week, so I'm like, well, what is this twice in a row? And they said, no, once a week begins next week, right?
Yeah.
Let's move on. So, did you watch The Voice last night? Okay, wait. More people watch Dancing with the Stars than The Voice? Really? Clap if you watch The Voice. I'm shocked. Because The Voice is the cooler show. Yeah. I'm shocked. Anyway, everyone is talking about not The Voice, but what's going on off stage. Well, it's being alleged that Gwen Stefani is reportedly having some sort of illicit relationship with, allegedly. Like, he seems like fun. And if her ex-husband, or her soon-to-be ex-husband, Gavin, is going to be busy with Marilyn. We've talked about it already. I'm not talking about it again. There's a man named... There's a transgender woman named Marilyn who was mixed up with Gavin. And allegedly, Gwen has had enough. And so, even with the kids, and their youngest is under a year, but Gwen's like, threw her wig down like, I'm done. I am done. So, Gwen, like, well, you have to pull the deads. You just can't comb a wig. You gotta pull the deads. So Gwen needs a good time. When you go through a situation and you're breaking up and sometimes you don't want to fall in love. You just need a guy who likes to have... And he's really cute. He's 6'5". Uh-huh. And he's bigger, so he's something to hold on to. He's not like a beanpole, do you know what I mean? And I can't figure out for the life of me, I've never discussed this with you, but I always say this when I see his pictures because I think he's adorable. Are those wrinkles or dimples? I'm not sure because he drinks a lot. Like if you follow him on social media, every other word is about how he's about to get turned up. Or he's already turned up. And he's like loose with it, which, you know, is never fine. It especially looks crazy when, you know, you're a little bit older. But I guess I'll give him a pass for being a frat boy because he doesn't have kids yet. So he doesn't have to be that responsible. And he and Miranda are divorcing. Yeah, and Gwen and Gavin are divorcing. So what do you do when you're divorcing? Okay. The only problem is if one of them falls in love. And I hate to be such a girl, but I'm thinking we're usually the ones. You know, if you stare too much or whatever. The good thing about Blake, though, is that if he drinks as much as he says, then you probably don't have to do the deed. Because by the time, like, I could see them, like, in the dressing room, you know, drinking in between commercial breaks. And then, you know, when the directors yell, you know, it's a wrap, everybody go home. I could picture them maybe going back to one of their hotel rooms or one of their houses. But Blake is so blaked out at that point that, you know, he passes out. And then Gwen gets in her car service and goes home. So maybe there was no, you know, sex. But he certainly, like, I love a frat boy. I love a frat boy. I do. By the way, his reps are denying reports about Gwen. Well, you know, I mean, divorce is not finalized. You have to deny everything until you chop up the money, you know. You know what I mean? You have to be like Mother Teresa, you know, out here. You can't mess around. But I like them as a couple, and to me, that is a reason to watch The Voice. Other than, I guess, the entertainment is to see their body language and do they sit next to each other? No, he sits in the number 2 chair and she sits in the number 4 chair. But there's plenty of this going on. Yeah, a lot of that. Anyway, for your entertainment, thank you. The streets are talking, and we're listening. Hashtag their business is our business, right, boys? They're saying that Bow Wow, a.k.a. Shad Moss, he's a grown man now, he's an actor, and his fiancée, Erica Mena, may be finished. Only the black people clapped. The white people are still sitting like, wait, what's going on? Come on, white people, I'll bring you along for this bumpy ride, too. Bow Wow was a rapper that was discovered by Snoop Dogg. Okay. And so now, but that was when he was like a goober, like 14 years old. But now Bow Wow is like 30... Oh, I'm sorry. Now he's 28 years old, and his government name is Shad Moss. And he acts on that show, the CSI, one of the franchises. He used to be on BET hosting, not Rap City. What do you host?
Parks and Park.
What? 106 and Park. Okay. And okay. Yes. He's really cute. He's really little. You could put him in your pocket. But we like him here. He's been to our show before. Okay, and then Erica Mena is from that show Love and Hip Hop, one of the franchises I can't... Which one?
New York.
New York. Okay, Erica Mena is sexually fluid. Yeah, when she walks in the room, everything's her smorgasbord. Women, men, yeah. She's sexually fluid. And she also is only known for being on this ratchet show. A very lovely girl. From what I've known, I don't really know her, but, you know, a very good-looking woman. But when Bow Wow got engaged to her after only dating her for a few months, I was gagging, like, are you... Bow Wow, your mom is going to flip... Like, I know guys like girls like that, but they normally don't bring them home. And they definitely don't engage them with the ring. Sorry, Erica, I'm just calling it the pow. Yeah. Well, apparently, okay, so they got engaged. And I've been saying this is wrong all along, if you recall. And I also said they'll never make it down the aisle because either we, John Q. Public, are gonna pressure him into rethinking his thing, or his friends are gonna say, yo, dog, you know, like, she's pretty for a hookup. She's a snack, but the main course with the ring? No. Well, but that's, and then he said something horrible about her on social media, talking about he made her. Like you see who she is now, that's my work. Oh, like he's a pimp, and like she can't do for herself, which I didn't like. But now Bow Wow is blasting Erica for revealing, and this is the final breakation, allegedly, in the relationship. They had a miscarriage about 5 months ago, and allegedly she was 4 months pregnant. But she went on social media recently and talked about it. And Erica deleted, well, this is how you know that they probably are over. She deleted all of his pictures from her Instagram. I think that, you know, something as serious as a miscarriage is less than smart to reveal on social media. That requires, like, you know... There's certain things that when you say them in public, they require a family meeting. And I know we've lost a lot of footing as families these days. We don't eat dinner together at 5 o'clock. Why, me and the cat, like, we sit at a table at 5 o'clock. Like, who does that? You know, who does that? I mean, you know, family dynamics have changed a lot, but I think that one thing needs to stay the same, and that is the art of a family meeting regarding big issues where we're all on the same page, or we don't talk about it or deal with it at all. So I guess they're over. So he's single, and boys, she's single too. And that's that, allegedly. Did I tell you I'm done with Caitlyn? So I know that this is only our second day into the second week of the new season, and I have yet to talk about Caitlyn, and because I've got... Like, I'm happy for her, but I just think that she's a lot. So I'm done. But let's talk about the other Jenner, Kylie. I got a picture of her, and I want to know, would you recognize her if she was walking through the mall like this? All right, well, here's Kylie as we know her. Yes. Do you remember when Kim dyed her hair blonde? To me, this is like a direct dig at her big sister. And when we asked who'd you rather in the morning meeting, Kylie won. Kim, back away from the ledge. Listen, it was bound to happen one day. You know, you can't be, you know, as beautiful as you want to be for the rest of your life. You know, everything gets a little older, and you're 33 now, and Kylie's only 18, and clearly she always looked up to you. I've read a lot of articles where she says, you know, like, whose closet would you like to raid? Oh, my God, my sister Kim. I love her, and whatnot. And I've also read that Kylie and Kim are more kindred spirits than Kim and the other sisters. So perhaps it's only natural that when Kylie was able to get her own money and she's seen her entire family do stuff to themselves, you know, now her father, mother, so it's not right, you all, but it's only natural that Kylie has done stuff to herself, and she is beautiful. However, I bet you she fights with Kim real disrespectful, though. You know how the kids are these days. You're old. Nobody wants you. Look how many followers I have. I'm catching up to you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I bet you she fights real disrespectful, and Kim is just like all taken aback. Oh my God, because Kim is not used to defending her beauty because she's never had to defend it. But now all of a sudden, Kim, you got a problem on your hands. Anyway, so look. So here's Kylie. Yesterday, she put this up. She's got no makeup on. And... Wait, now hold on. She finally looks 18. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if I were to see her at the mall, I would walk past her. She just looks, but that's good that she's able to dial it back and just be like, and not be embarrassed. She actually posted that. She kind of, if you squint, looks a little like Selena Gomez, right? Which is a compliment. Selena Gomez is a very cute girl. Anyway, I just, with this, you know, I'm so confused because every time I say she's cute, I really don't want, like, I really just want to be like, yeah, cute, manufactured cute, you know, on one hand. But on the other hand, I kind of like that she's making Kim get on her 1-2 game. And you know what else? You know what else I like? Because Kim is not used to competition. You know, Kourtney's cute, but Kourtney's a mom. You know, and that's her role. And then Khloe is cute, but Khloe is not a Kim. You know, and Kendall is the supermodel, but Kendall is not like any of them. And Kim is the queen bee of the family. So it's not fun, but that's the word that comes to me now. It's fun for me to see Kim pregnant, like she can't do, like her hands are tied behind her back. Like she can't do anything to zhuzh herself up. All she can do is just get fat. Like the rest of us when we were pregnant. In the meantime, Kylie is running the beauty race, taking advantage of Kim while she's gestating. It's just so entertaining to me. Okay. Keep clapping, you guys. We've got more fantastic show. We're going to see some of the hottest fall fashions from our friends at Lane Bryant. But up next, famed lawyer and legend Gloria Allred is here to talk about Bill Cosby and a whole lot more. So don't go far. If it's new Wendy, it's time for Hot Topics. We've got a lot to talk about. Plus, the game. His star-studded new album, his hit reality show, and I'm playing matchmaker with 3 lucky audience members.
Tomorrow on an all-new Wendy.
As a civil rights lawyer, our first guest has been involved in some of the most high-profile and controversial cases of all time. She's here today to talk to us about one of the biggest, you, Bill Cosby. Please welcome to our show, Gloria Allred. It's an honor. Thank you. before we get started about the legal stuff, I don't think that I've ever met you, but I'm a fan of everything that you do.
Oh, thank you, Wendy. Thank you.
And I want to ask you about your hair, because the the hair is everything, Gloria.
And I love your hair. Don't we all love
Thank
hair?
you.
Every day.
But mine is a wig, and yours is clearly natural. What do you do? Do you do it yourself?
Not natural color.
Right.
But, yeah, thick. And no, I have a wonderful hairstylist in my office building, right in the lobby. Maria, I love her. I go right down. She takes care of me. And, you know, how can we live without our hairstylist?
Perfect.
Aren't they the best?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, on to the business at hand. So you're representing 23 women who've accused Bill Cosby of sexually assaulting them. How did this suddenly blow up, this entire Cosby case?
Well, Wendy, of course, in 2005, there was a lawsuit by Andrea Constant against Mr. Cosby. And that garnered some attention because, obviously, the filing of a lawsuit is a public document. And there were 13 persons who came forward, women, who also accused Bill Cosby. They were prepared to testify. They were called Jane Does in that lawsuit. But they never had an opportunity to testify because after Mr. Cosby gave his deposition, his testimony under oath, the case settled. So they didn't get to testify. They didn't get to tell their stories publicly in a public courtroom. Fast forward now to 2014. Hannibal Buress made a joke, yes, a comic, about Bill Cosby, called him a rapist in his stand-up act. And that was taken, went viral because of a cell phone video of it.
Yeah.
And then women began to come forward. And I'm so proud of the women who have had courage. And they have decided they're going to speak out.
Because in 2005, a lot of people had no idea that Bill Cosby had this alleged behavior. So a lot of you didn't know until the recent accusations. So skeptics are wondering why it took all of these women so long to come forward and speak so loudly about this.
Well, many of them, Wendy, felt that who was going to believe them? One woman against a rich, powerful, famous, well-respected and loved celebrity man like Bill Cosby. And, of course, he played that father figure, Dr. Huxtable. People thought maybe he was that fictional person in his sitcom. But anyway, so the women thought that they wouldn't be believed, or they were in fear, or they had other reasons that they didn't come forward. But now they've broken through that fear. They've decided that even if it is too late to have a civil case against them, or even if it's too late to have their allegations prosecuted in a court of law in the criminal justice system, it's not too late for them to exercise their free speech and make known their truth, what they accuse Mr. Cosby of.
Even if there's nothing legally that can happen, because perhaps the statute of limitations has gone into effect.
For most of them, but not, of course, I do have a case on behalf of one woman. Her name is Judy Huth. And Ms. Huth alleges that when she was 15 years old, that she became the victim of sexual misconduct by Mr. Cosby at the Playboy Mansion. And because that's an allegation of child sexual abuse...
What was she doing at the Playboy Mansion at 15?
Well, that's going to come out. That's going to come out at the trial, so I can't comment on it. But because it's an allegation of child sexual abuse, we have a longer period of time, a longer statute of limitations during which she can file her case. So we're doing that. We'll be taking Mr. Cosby's deposition, his testimony under oath, in this case on October 9th.
October 9th. So, Beverly Johnson, who's a friend to the show, did she feel weird about coming out? Because you represent Beverly as well?
I don't represent Beverly, but Beverly is a good pal of mine.
Does she feel weird about, because a lot of times, you know, as a black person, we always feel like, you have to vote black, you have to be pro-black, you have to do that. But if black does wrong, we don't necessarily want to speak out because we don't want the masses to turn on us. Did she feel weird about that?
Well, I think she decided that she needed to speak out and tell what her truth was as she remembered it. And I'm so glad that she did. And I might say that by her speaking out, I think that also inspired and encouraged a number of other African-American women who also allege they are victims of Bill Cosby to say, you know what, I'm going to speak out as well. And I do represent a number of African-American women, including Lily Bernard, who had a principal role on The Cosby Show, and she has spoken out as well. And I'm just so proud and honored and blessed to be able to represent all of them.
So now, Gloria, this week is the 20th anniversary of Nicole Brown Simpson's death, and you represented the Brown family. Any doubts on O.J.'s guilt?
I did represent them during the criminal case. There he was acquitted. But then there was a subsequent civil lawsuit. There, a different jury, Wendy, found that he was civilly liable for the wrongful death of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. Of course, now he's sitting in prison, not for that, because he can't be prosecuted again, double jeopardy.
That's for stealing the memorabilia?
Yes.
Will he be in prison for the rest of his life?
It's hard to say, but he'll be there for a long, long time. Some people say that's kind of karma coming back at him.
Yeah.
And that, well, let's just put it this way. I'm not losing any sleep or crying over the fact that O.J. Simpson is in prison where he belongs.
Okay. So, Gloria, you and I both participated in PBS's new documentary about feminism. What did you want to impart on women?
Well, first of all, you rocked the house. I saw you last night. You did. She did. She really did. And you'll see that there were 15 women. I was one of them. And this is a documentary by famed filmmaker and documentarian Timothy Greenfield Sanders. And he chose 15 women that he feels helped to create and define American culture. And I was honored to be one of them. On there also Alicia Keys, Chandra Rhimes, Rosie Perez, Margaret Cho, Edie Falco, Nancy Pelosi, Madeleine Albright, so many wonderful stars, and, in their field and achievers. And I might add that when I saw your piece last night, which I did, in advance of the film showing on Friday night on PBS at 9 o'clock.
I was
exhausted.
I saw you, I didn't go to the premiere.
Well, I saw you, and I learned so much about you that I didn't know, and I love the fact that there you were a journalist, you were going to be a news anchor, you were going to be a reporter, you decided to be a DJ, and now, of course, you are the star, of the Wendy Williams Show. So that, Gloria, everybody, you will see it, and you will see, and you know the heart that she brings to her show. Well, you're going to learn about her life. You're going to learn about her life.
It's all too much.
And you'll see all of that coming through when you watch the documentary.
But you're a legend, and it is an honor to have you here, really. I mean, you hear her name all the time, speaking up for women. Now here she is in the flesh. Give it up again for Gloria Allred, everyone. American Masters is the name of the documentary. American Masters, the women's list. It premieres nationwide on Friday, September 25th at 9 o'clock on PBS. Ask Wendy is next. Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy? I'm Melissa from California, and I have a 4'9", adorable, feisty little Latina firecracker for a mother.
Okay.
Now, we go out together. Okay. We have a great time all the time. However, sometimes she gets a little too turned up to the point that I'm like, ay, Dios mío, she did it again. Like, oh, my God, Mom, please.
What'd she do?
Well, for example, so she came to visit in New York, and so we went to Greenwich Village, right? So there's little go-go's, whatever. We're from San Francisco, so we're already used to, like, that kind of environment. She gets on stage with the go-go's, and I'm just like, but she's doing, like, the actual, like, the choreographed routine, and she's going like this, and I'm just like, they're loving it, and I'm just like, oh, my God, Mom, please, Jesus, take the wheel. Why is she doing this? Yeah, crazy. Okay. So I know you are a gorgeous, classy mother, and you are a fun person, but what do I do, Wendy? Help me out, please, please.
Well, I love to go out and have fun.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, then you need to have this conversation with her and let her know that her days going out with you are going to... How old are you?
I'm 25.
Yeah. Let her know her days are going to be numbered going out with you if she can't maintain her composure. Like, it's dangerous. You got two attractive people out here, women. You know, there's nobody, you know, with you. You know, besides the two of you.
Yeah.
And both of you all need to have 4 eyeballs on the killer.
Well, she's the killer.
She's the killer.
She's the little killer.
Yeah.
She's the 4'9". She's little.
Have the conversation with her.
Okay.
But with no smiles. You know what I'm saying? Like, your delivery right now is too cute.
Okay.
To talk. Yeah, you got to be serious.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
Hey. What would you do if you found out that your close friend is being cheated on? More Ask Wendy after these messages. It's a new Wendy you can count on. I'm going one-on-one with Deborah Messing, plus Fetty Wap. He's got 4 hits on the chart, and now he's taking us to the 6, 7, 9. It all adds up to a can't-miss Wendy.
Thursday on an all-new Wendy.
We're back with more Ask Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. I'm Jason.
Hi, Jason.
How you doing?
Good, Jason.
Okay, so I recently found out that my friend's boyfriend was one of the emails listed on the Ashley Madison hack. And they've been together for about 2 years. It's a serious relationship.
Okay.
I want to know, should I say something to her or just keep it private?
How long have you been friends with her?
I would say 4 or 5 years.
Well, if you tell her, then you have to risk losing her friendship because she'll say that you're lying on her.
Right.
Can you print the email, put a stamp on it, and mail it to her?
Possibly.
Anonymously? Like, because you can't email her that, otherwise she'll see that it's coming from your email. So
I
do
can
the
do that.
old-fashioned thing, take it to the post office with no return address.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you have to add any extra dialogue on the email, then write with your left hand. Because if you're... So that way, it'll be like a disguise.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Or cut and paste letters from the magazine.
Like a killer
Like a
almost.
killer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because it'll get her to talking, and it'll get her to arguing with him,
Right.
and she'll also run to you, and then you pick up the ball, and then you help her. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Okay.
Up next, everybody, the hottest fall fashions from Lane Bryant. Don't go far. I want you to be my co-host. Come and join my studio audience. The tickets are free. Go to wendyshow.com. Dress to impress, and I can't wait to see you, okay? Hey. Okay, welcome back. Fall officially starts tomorrow, so that means it's time to update our wardrobes. Here to show us some of the hottest fall fashions available at Lane Bryant. Say hello to their CEO, a very important woman. This is Linda Heasley, everyone. So I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for having me last week during Fashion Week. It was so fun participating in the Plus is Equal campaign.
You know, Wendy, you being, first of all, thank you. There's a few moments in life you just want to freeze that frame. You being in Times Square on this stage with the Tron going with our ad and thousands of people cheering and clapping and wearing face paint. It was a lot of fun. It was a party in the middle of the day. It was great. Thank you.
It was definitely good. All right, let's get our fashion show started. Our first model is Melissa. Melissa, come on out.
Okay.
Really cute.
Melissa is sporting the perfect day look. She has a tie neck blouse. It's paired with a circle pencil skirt at the midi length, the perfect hemline for this fall season. The skirt's $60, and we top it with a moto jacket. Girl meets boy, girl meets biker, whatever you want to do. It's a $90 jacket, a perfect look for fall. And you have to have both the circle skirt and the moto jacket in your closets.
Absolutely, and I love the blouse.
Yes.
Thank you, Melissa. Okay, our next model is Barrett, and Barrett is where, oh, I love
Okay. So, Barrett is wearing...
Red and leopard always say, "Row."
I know, I'm purring all the time, but wait, this skirt has even a better hidden signal detail here.
What?
You control your destiny with this skirt. Whoa!
Oh, it unzips. Oh, I love it.
The skirt is $60. It's the new length for pencil skirt, and putting the leopard in it gives it the right edge. This sweater, at also $50, sorry, is the perfect transition sweater for the fall season. It's a short sleeve turtleneck sweater. Combined, it's amazing.
This is really cute. You know, Linda, I like what you and Lane Bryant has done with your styling. There was a time that Lane Bryant was just, they didn't necessarily have this stuff for like a young, hot girl like Barrett. And have you noticed that? Those of you and now the clothes are just good. I mean,
well, thank you.
Yes.
Barrett is a school teacher.
A school teacher.
And I wish I had a teacher that looked like that.
Okay.
What she shared with me was the fact that she felt this was the perfect little bit of sexiness, but totally appropriate for the classroom.
Thank you, Barrett.
So thank you.
All right, Melinda's coming out next. Melinda, come on. Let's see, I love this.
Right.
And she's got it tied at the waist.
She can untie it or tie it at the waist. It's what we call our boyfriend chambray shirt, $60. We have our wonderful boyfriend genius fit denim, which never bags out. That's also at $70. And then we top it with the faux fur vest. What I love about this look is those are the only boyfriends you ever really need.
It's good. Thank you, Melinda. Finally, we have Ivana. Ivana, come on out. Let's see what you got on.
Okay,
Cute.
Ivana.
Uh-oh. A whole lot of trouble there.
Yes. All right. What I love about this $60 sweater dress is you can take it from day to night. You can go out for drinks with girlfriends. We tied it with an OB belt to give her shape. She has such a beautiful shape, and the belt highlights that as well. It's a geo print, which is also of the moment and of the season.
Yep. All right, all the models come back to the stage. Linda, thank you so much for being here. Models, thank you. Lane Bryant is giving everyone in our studio audience a $100 gift card for all of you. And also one of their exclusive Isabel and Ruben Toledo fragrances. We'll be right back. Hi, Kawana's here, and her last name is Brockton, and she's from Maryland, and you're my eye candy. I love your lace, right
hey,
on
Wendy,
trend.
how you doing?
How you doing?
So I picked up this yellow dress for about $40, and I color blocked it with some red pumps for about $30, and that's my
fantastic. Here's your diva thing. We'll be right back. Tomorrow, music superstar The Game stops by. Of course, I've got you covered with all the juicy hot topics. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy.
Nice.